Miami, Ohio, at Ohio. Ohio is favored by 3 points in Tuesday night action. It is back. Gosh, I mean,
I've missed it, man.
T minus. I had my calendar. It was counting down. Once we got to like 37 days, I was like, I could start to feel it a little bit. I was itching for some Tuesday night action. We got it. And we've got a heck of a matchup today. We got an Ohio team that's historically unbelievable on these Tuesday night, Wednesday night actions. And then you also got Miami, Ohio, who clearly looks like the best team in the MAC right now, but has to go on the road to Athens, right? Chuck Martin, Brian Smith, two really good coaches right now, even though Brian Smith's in his first year. We know what he did as an offensive coordinator there. I got two really good quarterbacks here in the MAC, two of the better quarterbacks in the MAC.
Yeah.
What a matchup. We are just blessed. And also, too, the winner of this game controls their own destiny, for the MAC title or MAC title appearance,
Yeah, absolutely. Two teams that played each other a good amount past couple years in meaningful games and in a history, right? The Battle of the Bricks, the two oldest universities in the state of Ohio, 102nd meeting, man. Goes all the way back to 1908. Miami leads the series, right? 56-43 and two ties, which is crazy, by the way. But Ohio has dominated the past 20 years. They've won 13 of 17 meetings since 2004. And in Maction games specifically, they are 5-3 against Miami. They are 20-8 at home on Tuesday and Wednesday nights in the MAC. And they are 9-1 in the last 10 games. They have not lost since 2021 against Toledo. It's a good football team, man. This Ohio team. Listen, I want to say that they're both good football teams. With Miami, they do it a little bit differently than Ohio does. You think Ohio, you've got the trio, the stack of Navarro, Parker Navarro, the quarterback, Sia Bangor, the running back, Chase Hendricks, the wide receiver. That stack is about as good as it gets in G5 football. They are fantastic. The O-line has to play well. Defensively, you got a couple guys in secondary, Pearson, Thompson, Williams, that would like to make plays. Jalen Crable, the young kid, has to make plays on the defensive line to get after Daquan Finn and what they've done. Incredibly impressed with Miami and what they've done this year after a slow start, after a tough schedule, a couple of hard losses. They've really bounced back. They replaced their top two wide receivers last year, one to Texas Tech, one to Minnesota. And Cam Perry has been that guy. 612 yards on the year, 3 touchdowns, been explosive, only 22 receptions. Him and Daquan Finn are really starting to put it together. Finn's playing his best football of the year after taking essentially a year off. Of course, Adam Trick, defensive guy, the defensive lineman there for Miami, 6.5 sacks on the year. He's fantastic. And by the way, Ohio has struggled to protect Navarro at times. His pocket presence is not good. It's not good. And I think some of those stats get inflated really deflated because he's so hard to bring down and he breaks so many tackles and he avoids a lot of sacks. But Miami has to get to him, has to wrap up here. It's going to be fantastic. I like Ohio in the spot. I think Peden Stadium will be going nuts. It's a big week here for Ohio University. They got home opener in basketball this week as Sunbelt and MAC, showdown there with Arkansas State. Monday night, Tuesday night, of course, Maction against Battle of the Bricks against Miami. Big rivalry here. I think they'll show out and show up there at Peden. I like Ohio here. I don't love it, but I like it.
I think I'm going to fade you here. All right. Gosh, do you hate betting on the road team in Tuesday night action? You can't do it, right? So obviously it won't be on the best bets, but I do actually think, believe it or not, despite Daquan Finn's history in the MAC, I think I actually like Ohio in the quarterback matchup here. I like Parker Navarro a lot. I think Daquan Finn is really good. I think he's phenomenal. I also think that in order to win this game, though, Miami's going to have to run the football. I don't think Ohio's, ultra physical. I don't think they have a fantastic run defense. Kenny Tracy, obviously, for Miami, you lose him. for the season, right? Pretty devastating blow a couple weeks ago, but Jordan Brunson's been great. He's been great. I think he's going to get a healthy 18 to 23 carries this game. I think he's going to have, between 70 and 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. And I think Daquan Finn will be just as efficient, plenty enough efficient, to potentially win this game, probably in the 20s, if I had to guess. And this defense has been great for Miami. Maybe not as dominant. Like, I haven't seen a dominant MAC defense this year. Thought we had it in Western Michigan. I think they're still really good, but it's been a little bit different look MAC this year than we've seen the last 2 years. But I think that this Miami defense is good enough. I think they're going to generate enough negative plays, despite kind of the superstars. By the way, how awesome is it seeing Saya Bangura back in that Ohio green instead of the maroon? Like, it's nice.
He
He's
runs
good.
he runs straight up and down, man. But he's physical, man. He puts his head in the pile, and that pile moves. Yeah, you can hear there's a loud collisions there. In Peden Stadium there when you're watching them. Listen, about your defense question in the MAC, like I think NIU might have a say there for best defense, more so because of what their offense lacks and how good they have to be and how many times they're on the field in
Yeah.
shitty situations. That's probably one of them. And Ohio shredded them. I mean, just shredded them. So, like, listen, Ohio at home, much different team than them on the road. They have struggled. You lost to Ball State. You struggled with EMU. Obviously, Rutgers and Ohio State, it is what it is there. But they've been much, much better at home. I think they get it done, man. It's a big game. Ohio down the stretch in November. You talk about tough action games. You have University of Ohio University has Miami, Western Michigan, UMass, which whatever, and then they finish at Buffalo to end it the year in rivalry weekend. Like all three of those teams I mentioned are above them technically in the standings to the MAC. That's a lot of ground can be had or lost for both of these teams here. It's no guarantee that we see either one of these in the conference championship because Miami has to play Ohio, they have to play Toledo, and at Buffalo as well. Also with Ball State and Mike Yurmovich there, who can't be counted out there in late November. So, listen, this is awesome. There's a reason we're previewing this game because it is such an important game in the MAC because it's a rivalry, all those good things, Tuesday night action, all the things we love, man. But I like the Bobcats here. How about this? I told you this game's going to be in the 20s. What do you like?
I like Miami in this game.
I think you're right.
I do.
I think Ohio needs
I
to
think
get
if it's
to
in the
30.
30s, you're like, okay, Parker Navarro's doing something stinky over there.
They can't tackle
We could
him.
see that. Yeah. So I also think like for Ohio to win this football game, right? Like how much is it dependent on Parker Navarro just playing a really good football game? Whereas like I think Miami, Ohio, like you could have Daquan Finn play a pretty mediocre game, and I think you could see that defense stand out, and I think you could see them attack, on the ground with Jordan Brunson there. Like there, I think, are other pathways to Miami winning this football game, other than, in Ohio's case, Parker Navarro just putting up, 30 plus points. But who knows? Like maybe we see a legacy game here, a classic Tuesday night action where it just gets a little bit sloppy. Defenses show out a little bit more than expected. The defensive meter, right? The sliders on defense just get turned all the way up in action, and special teams goes all the way down.
It's
Right.
just that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm like, okay, you can have Parker Navarro can probably play a B plus game and you're gonna have a chance to win. I don't love the outcome there, but yeah, Finn can have a B minus. And I'm thinking and I'm running through simulations in my head right now. I'm like, wait a minute, it's fucking Maction. Like it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Literally does not matter. It'll be like 6 or 7 plays, bounce a ball, weird things that are going on there, and it's just gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Also, this isn't James Madison or Liberty, right? Where you're scheduling like maybe one power conference team and like a bunch of cupcakes. How about these out of conference schedules?
Yeah.
Both of them drawing 2 Big Ten teams, and then Miami, Ohio pulling UNLV, and then Ohio pulling West Virginia, which by the way should be played more often, just because of geography right there. That's awesome. It's a great matchup right there. And by the way, of course, Miami coming out 0-3 in those spots. They didn't look terrible though. Those two teams didn't look terrible in their out of conference games, despite going 1-3 in those. So, or I guess in Ohio's case, they went 2-2. So, super big game for the rest of the MAC this year. Love that we get it on Tuesday night because you just get when you start off your week with a banger of a Tuesday night game in college football, you just know the rest of your week's going to be awesome.